Hey guys, this is Just Watch Spoiler Talk for Suicide Squad. Let's jump into it. So, peeps, I'm Joseph, and we're talking spoilers for Suicide Squad. Just in case you haven't seen the movie yet, I did post a non spoiler review with my thoughts and grade for the movie, which I actually enjoyed. Don't get me wrong, there's some serious issues with the movie that could have been fixed, I would say, maybe easily, or they're not like impossible issues that can be fixed. So the movie definitely has the potential to be great. But overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun movie. It's not as horrible as what I'm hearing. So definitely worth checking out. So again, fair warning, this is my spoiler talk. Like I said, I did post a non-spoiler one, and I'll put a link for that video in the description box so you can check that one out first, watch the movie, and then come back here so we can talk spoilers. So right off the back, one of the big ones, one of the ones I really remember is we do get a Flash cameo, which was awesome. It was awesome. I mean, it wasn't long, but it's during the flashback like intro to Boomerang, or Captain Boomerang, I should say. Sorry. He just, I can't tell if he knocked him out. I want to say killed his homie, or the dude he was robbing with, his accomplice, his co-conspirator. Just knocked him out, possibly killed him. I'm going with killed. And as he's leaving, you just see Flash show up, and he's like, "No honor amongst thieves, huh?" And I was like, "Oh shit," because I had no idea that it was a Flash that was going to be in this movie. I knew that we were going to get another member other than Batman in the movie, but I did my best and stayed away from all the rumors and stuff. I was like, I'll see it when I see it. So that was really badass. Like I said, it wasn't a long cameo, but it was quick to the point, and I liked it. It kind of gets you ready. Like, man, I want to see him on screen. I want to see more of that. So overall, I liked that. I thought it was awesome. One huge moment, whew, and I say huge because I almost lost my shit. I did not expect to see this, and it's the mad love scene with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, and of course she's in the original Jester outfit, that black and red, with Jared Leto, his Joker, and the black suit, looking pimp. It was beautiful, peeps. And like I said, I almost lost my shit. I saw that, looked at my friend, I was like, "Dude, do you see that? I know you see it. Look at it." Kind of moment in the theater. It was awesome. That was totally unexpected. I didn't even think we'd get that much of her in that original suit. And I'm like, dude, that's perfect. You know what? Let's stick with that. She looks fantastic in the movie, but put her in that suit, please. So I was really like blown away with that. That was just the DC in me. I was like, oh. So, uh, like I said in my non-spoiler review, one of my issues was the villains who weren't horrible. It's just wasn't good either. So if you don't already know, the villain is Enchantress and her brother Incubus. He's the muscles in the movie for her. At least with a bunch, they have a bunch of little minions that have, like, I don't know, a bunch of eyes or something on them. They looked weird, but they were strictly there to be killed by the squad. And Incubus, the brother, he looked cool. I didn't mind the way he looked. He's a big ass dude. He looked pretty cool. Nothing against him there. It's just neither one of them. Just, I don't know. There's something I can't put it into words. It just was a no go for me with them. I'm sorry. I wish I could describe what I felt, and I'm sorry that I can't. But they were iffy. Of course, in the final fight scene, none of them can take on Incubus. They're all real weak. The squad was weak compared to him because, like, Boomerang throws an exploding boomerang at him and it blows up in his face, and he was like, "Nah, whatever. I'm gonna kill you now." The only thing we do get is that also looked awesome. Is El Diablo unleashes, I want to say, his full power, becomes this huge skeleton with like an Aztec chief headdress on, which looked awesome. He's on fire now. He's like, same height. He can go toe to toe with her brother now, and that was pretty cool. It was quick, and this is when, if you didn't know, again, he sacrifices himself to beat him because they couldn't get to Enchantress without defeating him first. Pushes him into the corner, and the Navy SEALs and Killer Croc have gone into like this flooded tunnel. There's a bomb. Boom. There goes the brother. There goes El Diablo. It looked awesome, the fight between them two, but that's pretty much it. And talking about Killer Croc, I liked him. Don't get me wrong. I think they did a good job with him, but I do wish he looked more like Killer Croc. I guess. I mean, bigger, more menacing, more of the monster. Cause here he's just like looks like he has a skin issue. Like he needs a dermatologist in his life. But I wish we would have seen the bigger Killer Croc. I'm not talking about super huge. To taking like maybe 8 foot. So he's not nothing super huge, but just something a little bigger than he looked as the same as everyone else. Throw a little extra on him. That would have been it. Other than that, I liked him. I liked a few of his lines, because he didn't get many. They do show how he is stronger, but they don't really kind of let you really see that, because I felt like if we had a bigger, more, more shown Killer Croc, we could have seen him fight Incubus, and he could have helped the whole El Diablo situation. But maybe in the next one, they might adjust and say his disease had a reaction, or or it progressed or whatever. So hopefully we do see that. The main thing that needs to be destroyed is this machine that Enchantress has created, which is this giant beam shooting up to the sky that's literally destroying the world. You see it cut through like aircraft carrier and satellites, and you see it spreading and knocking out all kinds of secret and major how to say it, sorry, things, for lack of a better word, for our government. And you see that, and they're just like, how does she know this? And she has Amanda Waller like hanging upside down, and has like these little things hooked up to her and into her mind, so that's how she's getting all this knowledge. But basically, they kill him, her brother, with a bomb, and then they throw a bomb into this machine, blow it up, and that was it. So I was like, okay, so all we really needed was a missile in that area, and we would have been good. So I was like, come on now, that kind of defeats the purpose of the squad. But that was little things like that kind of pet peeved. But they defeat her, we move on. One thing is, a lot of scenes in the trailers that we saw did not make it into the movie, which was a bummer, because some of those I would have really liked to see. One of the ones that really sticks in my mind is, you see Jared Leto as Joker with like half his face is like burnt or whatever, and he bites the pin off a grenade, and that scene didn't make it into the movie, and I was like, what the fuck? What the hell, man? I wanted to see that. And I think I have an idea of where it might have been, because there's a moment in the movie, he goes pick up Harley, but Amanda shoots down the helicopter. I'm not giving you details, I'm not going to give you the movie, the whole, scene by scene here. But they're escaping, she blows up the helicopter, and they crash, and you don't see him no more. I'm assuming you would have seen him maybe come out of the rubble or whatever of the crash, and he probably would have been swarmed by some of those Enchantress demons with a bunch of eyes, whatever the hell they are. And that's when he did his thing. I'm assuming, don't know, but it kind of works. Also, in the beginning, I didn't catch it until my second time watching the movie, and I didn't catch it fully. But in the file, when they're talking about Harley and Deadshot and all that, under her name, I think it was a quote, I couldn't catch it, but something about she was involved, or an accomplice, or she was involved with the murder of Robin. So, like, I couldn't exactly read it, but I saw enough to, like, murder, Robin, involved. I was like, oh, shit. So, that's interesting. I'd like to see how they do that in the movies. Like, how was she involved? I mean, it could have been as simple as she helped him capture him, or she was there and she helped beat him to death. So, I'd like to see where that goes. I think that's very interesting. Also, in the intro, well, you see, this movie's first half, I think, is flawless. So, that's where a lot of awesomeness happens. And again, in the beginning, in one of the intros, you see Deadshot, he's posing, rifle up, mask, everything. And it's literally like raining bullets and his hands out. And I was like, that is B-A-A. Beautiful, people. Oh, so badass. Little things like that I thought were genius. And also, something that I wasn't sure, I just, just in case, sat there a little bit. There is a mid-credit scene at the very end, of course, where we see Amanda Waller talking to Bruce Wayne. They're having dinner or whatever. And you see her pass him a binder with a bunch of files on it, and they open it up. You see Enchantress, Flash, and Aquaman. It's pretty big, so I'm assuming there's more info in there, but that's all we get, the glimpse of. And, they kind of talk a bit, and she's like, people are talking about what happened in Midway City, that's where everything takes place in the movie, or at least the fight against Enchantress and her brother is in Midway City. And she's like, well, people are asking questions and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, consider yourself under my protection. Give me the goddamn files. And as he's walking away, she says, you look tired. You should stop working nights. I was like, oh, shit. And Bruce immediately turns and tells her, you better shut it down, or my friends and I will do it for you. With like that more, like, not, think of like the Bruce Batman voice where he's like, you better shut it down, or me and my friends will do it for you, kind of thing. That was horrible, but you know what I'm trying to get to. So, those are some of the spoilers that I really enjoy. Most likely that's not all of them. There's a bunch of little Easter eggs here and there. So, hey peeps, I want to know your favorite spoilers. I want to know your favorite moments, some of the moments you didn't like. All that down below in the comment section, please. I'd like to hear all your thoughts on the movie. Also, don't forget to smash that like button for me, followed by the subscribe. Also, if you would like to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I'll leave links to both of those in the description box down below. And as always, it's a pleasure.